The things I would do for a little extra sebum, let me tell you. Hi guys, it's Mad. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my channel if you are new. And if you are new, welcome to the trendiest place on the internet. Okay, that's so corny, but I say it every time, so whatever. I know my background has been changing every single time I'm on camera, but I am working on kind of like designing a backdrop right now. So we're making progress because I just moved into my new apartment with Jack a few months ago. First, I just wanted to thank you guys so much for all the support on my recent videos. And I've recently finally became a YouTube partner. I don't have words, so thank you guys so much, because if it wasn't for you, this would not be possible. So the love and support from you guys is just so appreciated, and I am just beyond thankful. I love you guys. Thank you. So I actually got a couple of requests on my Kendall Jenner skincare reaction video to actually do a video all about the different skin types, but mostly just like breaking down each of the skin types and talking about the causes or why they are the way they are, how to fix it, how to help it. I know it's a really complicated subject, especially with all of the misinformation that has been being spread on the internet for a very long time about skincare. So today I'm going to be talking about dry skin, which is what I have. I'm definitely really familiar with how dry skin works, how to treat it, how to help it, and kind of all the ins and outs of it. I am not yet a licensed esthetician, but I am in aesthetic school right now, and I will be graduating in a few months, which is very exciting. So I am a studying student esthetician. All this information I'm going to be sharing with you is stuff that I have learned in school, that I've read from my state books, like all of this amazing good information, and I thought I would share it with you guys. Let's just get started with everything dry skin. I guess the first thing we should discuss is, what is dry skin? Where does it come from? Why is it happening? And it's simple yet a little bit complicated. Now, let's start here. Skin type is stable. It does not change over the course of your life. Skin type is based solely on your pore size. If you have naturally very large pores, you have an oily skin type. Now, I know what you're thinking. I might have big pores, but I'm also really dry. And we're gonna get into that a little bit later in the video. But pore size determines skin type. Now, there's a difference between skin type and skin concerns or skin conditions. So you could be really dry, but have excess oil on the skin. Or in complete opposite, you could be really oily and have a lot of dryness, flakiness, and patchiness on the skin. So for dry skin, your pore size is gonna be pretty tiny. If you can barely even see your pores, you might be normal, you might be dry. For me, I have very small pores, and therefore, there's not a lot of places for the sebum to excrete from those little pores. So my skin is dry. And if your pores are somewhere in the middle, maybe bigger in some areas or smaller in others, you might be combination. But if you're not sure, just take a peek at those pores, kind of feel your skin, cleanse your skin, and after cleansing and having fresh skin, how is your skin feeling? Is it tight? Is it already kind of getting a little bit of shine, getting a little bit of that oil back in the skin? We often hear this word sebum being thrown around. And what sebum is, it's basically the oils, lipids that are excreting from the sebaceous glands on the skin within the pores, and that's how you get oil. So sebum is oil, and it is secreted from the sebaceous glands that are located all over the skin. And without that extra sebum that maybe oily skin or combo or normal skin creates, the skin barrier can't be protected as well, and it can get a little bit dry because that sebum kind of keeps the skin lubricated, keeps it hydrated, and also protects it from outside environmental factors. So it is a protective kind of barrier, and that's kind of why people with drier skin age a little bit quicker than people with oily skin. Also, with dry skin, the skin isn't as thick as maybe oily skin because you don't have that plumpness and hydration that the sebum is giving it. So signs that you have dry skin: you might have flakiness, patchiness, a little bit of texture on the skin. It could be visually dry. Right now I'm looking a little bit glowy, but that's because I just did like my full skincare routine. My skin has been extremely dry with having the heat on in my apartment and having it be like 19 or less degrees outside and going in and out, the heat blowing on my skin in the car. Oh my gosh, my skin is not happy about it. We're gonna go over ways to fix that. But yeah, you might have visually dry skin. It's not as bouncy, not as plump. It could be like cracking. I've been through periods of dry skin where it would flake and then crack and bleed. I'll put a picture here so y'all can see that. Not good. So why does dry skin not produce as much sebum as oily skin? We all have sebaceous glands, but dry skin has more underactive sebaceous glands because the pores aren't as big. That sebum can't really excrete itself the way it can with a larger pored skin, like an oily skin. So now let's talk about dehydrated skin versus dry skin. And this is where our skin type versus skin concern comes in. With dry skin, our skin is lacking oil or sebum. And with dehydrated skin, it's lacking water. How does this happen? How does your skin lack water? No, it is not because you might not be drinking enough water. Sure, drinking water plays a huge role in healthy body, healthy skin, healthy hair, but it's not going to be the end-all be-all of your dehydrated skin. With dehydrated skin, water could be evaporating from the skin through transepidermal water loss, meaning the water molecules in your skin are being kind of pulled out into the air and they're evaporating. So that could be a really big cause of dehydration. Yes, if you don't drink a lot of water, your skin is going to be dehydrated, but chugging a few bottles is not going to do very much for you because drinking excess fluids that our body can't handle, we're just going to pee them out or they're going to evaporate out anyways. So, our bodies can only hold so much fluid, so it's got to be more. Dehydration can also be caused by environmental factors. So like I said, the heat, the cold, our skin's just like not adjusting well to that. If you're in a dry climate, transepidermal water loss is more likely to happen than in a humid climate. And also caffeine consumption is a huge reason for dehydration in the skin. I don't know about you guys, but every time I drink coffee, I just feel dry. I feel really dry. And no, don't get me wrong, that does not stop me from drinking coffee because your girl will still drink coffee. And also diet can play a huge role in this if you're not eating a lot of water-based foods, I guess you could say, like fruits, veggies, things that hold a lot of water, because we do get the majority of our water intake from foods. So with dehydrated skin, anyone can be dehydrated. Dry skin can be dehydrated, and quite honestly, it usually is. Oily skin can also be really dehydrated because though your skin is producing oil and sebum, it's not holding onto water. It's a treatable skin condition where with dry skin, you do have dry skin. Yes, you can balance it out to make it normal with the products you use and the things you put in your body and your environmental factors, but you can't change the size of your pores. Your pores will always be the same size, given if you do kind of skip that exfoliation step and you do get a lot of comedones in your skin, just like build up, whiteheads, blackheads, it could stretch the pore, but the pore itself is not shrinking and closing, because the pores are not muscles. They can't do that. They're just pores. So yes, you can treat dehydrated skin. You can also treat dry skin. But at the end of the day, if you're dry, you're dry. So I guess that leads us to the question, how do we help dry skin? With very, very gentle cleansers, you can still deeply clean the skin, making sure we're not getting any buildup or any dry flakes sitting on the skin. Really gentle cleansers like this one from Milk Makeup. And this one from Lush, which is one of my favorite everyday morning cleansers. Or you could do this one from The Ordinary, the Squalane Cleanser. Squalane is a really great ingredient that's going to help kind of just balance and hydrate the skin. Or we have the First Aid Beauty Pure Skin Cleanser. In my skincare journey, I have been through many of this First Aid Beauty cleansers. I absolutely love that one. It is super creamy, super hydrating. And if you are extremely, extremely dry, you can always just splash your face with water and pat dry in the morning. instead of doing a cleanser. Also, using a lot of hydrating products, definitely using really, really good replenishing serums. But I would definitely recommend anything with lots of ceramides, lipids, hyaluronic acid, but also hyaluronic acid in moderation. And if you don't know too much about hyaluronic acid, I could do a whole other video diving into that ingredient and why it's somewhat controversial in the skincare world because of how it can attract and detach water molecules. So we can go into that another time, but hyaluronic acid in moderation is great, as well as ceramides, lipids, thick emollient creams. That's what you want to go for. So some great examples that I use and love are the Glow Recipe Plum Plump Serum. Oh my gosh, I am so glad that this serum has been created. It has fully transformed my skin, and the winter time, I need like 8 bottles of this to get through a single week, let me tell you. We also have this Paula's Choice hydration mask, and I actually use this as a sleeping mask. You can use it as a wash off, but it also recommends to use it as a sleeping mask. The ceramided cream from Dr. Jart is an amazing barrier replenishing and rebuilding moisturizer. Marine Hyaluronics from The Ordinary is also a really great affordable hyaluronic serum. It's very, very thin in consistency. It feels like water on the skin. So a really good, thick, creamy, rich moisturizer. Basically an essential. If you're gonna get one thing for your dry skin, let it be a solid moisturizer. And some of my favorites, we have the Milk Vegan Milk Moisturizer. This one is the thickest, fragrance-free, hydrating moisturizer ever. And although I'm super dry, I can only use this one in the winter because it's just that hydrating. Shea Moisture Skin Rescue is also one of my favorite, very affordable moisturizers. I think it's $10 to $12 depending where you get it. We also have the Glow Recipe Banana Souffle Moisturizer. This one, though it is thick and nice, it's also very lightweight with this interesting creamy gel consistency. So this is really good for like a daytime moisturizer for dry skin or a nighttime moisturizer for dehydrated skin. And then one of my favorite tips is to lock in all of that moisture with a facial oil. It doesn't matter how much you spend on this. You could get something expensive like the Youth to the People Super Berry Hydrate and Glow Oil. I love this one, but this is like a $40, $50 facial oil, which I don't think is necessary. You're better off to just get something that you can afford. You can use like straight jojoba oil if you wanted. I would not recommend using olive or coconut oil on the skin. Just please don't do it. I can also do a whole video on that if y'all want to see it. I also love the oils from Biossance, and I also love the solid oils from Lush. They have solid facial serums and oils that I like to warm up in my hands and then press into the skin at the end of my routine. Water and oil don't mix, so when you put that oil onto the skin, it's gonna make it basically impossible for any water-based products to evaporate off the skin because the oil's trapping it in. So definitely finish off your routine with a really good facial oil and something that's gonna lock in the skin and hydrate. You can also do a sleeping mask at the end as well, whatever you prefer. Number one tip that has changed my skin is getting a humidifier for my bedroom for when I sleep, and also getting a portable one for even in your car, especially in these winter months, is crucial. But I literally sleep with my humidifier right on my headboard because my headboard has like a shelf. So I put it right above me, and in my sleep, all the mist kind of comes down onto the skin, and I don't wake up feeling crusty, dusty, and busty because my skin is nice and hydrated. Whew, I feel like I just talked so much. I am finally coming to an end here. So that is everything that I can think of, at least at this given time, that you guys need to know about dry or dehydrated skin. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you got some really good information out of it, or, you know, different tips or ways that you can help your dry or dehydrated skin. And let me know if you guys want to see other skin types in this series and which one you guys want to see next. I can do literally anything. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you learned something and I hope you loved it. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel, become part of the trendiest place on the internet. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Come back next time for more. I would love to see you. Oh, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I really would love to hit 3K. Hopefully by the end of the year. I don't know, that's kind of cutting it close. If you have it in your heart, go head over to Instagram, hit that follow button, and send me a DM and let me know that you came from my YouTube channel. I would love, love, love to talk to you guys. All right, guys, I will see you in my next video. I love you so much, and have a great and safe rest of your holiday season. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.